Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast. Every time I have more necklaces, and this time we're talking about what this new phase is collectively calling us to do. So, I was actually reading my chart, my natal chart, and I do feel that this year is very expansive for me. I was actually gonna go to a retreat in October, doing Aya, and I decided after a few years that I wanted to do that, to just do it with more calm and peace and not overextend myself. So I decided to do this next year and not this year. And this speaks volumes about this period of time. And I'm gonna explain you why. I am normally a very spontaneous person. I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a fire sign, so I'm always on the go. And I do hope that this also speaks to other fire signs like me today, because sometimes we can be very, it's great, like it's a great gift to just being able to move all of this energy. Most of people, they cannot. We are very dynamic and this is a beautiful gift. And I don't want to say but, and at the same time, we do not always reflect on everything that we are doing, right? So this period of time is really maturing me, is really teaching me to expand my vessel in a new way. I'm not doing the exact opposite, but sometimes I want you to reflect, guys, on this. If you had always the same way of doing things and you're not always getting the results that you want in life, because this is the thing, it's the results, right? We always love to talk about be, do, have before being all these beautiful, marvelous, shiny things, and then doing all of these new activities and seeing more opportunities, and then having, more money and the results and the abundance and the relationships, Okay, that's great. But to do so, we also have to realize that sometimes our patterns can also have a negative, or I don't want to call it negative or positive, but it's more like an effect that sometimes we don't want, right? Sometimes being too spontaneous, too direct, and maybe talking to people like this can be great for some stuff, but it's not dimming our lights, all right? It's not being less that we are, because we are a lot. But it's more about how can I balance this with also this opposite. And the opposite is, and I never did that in my entire life, be like, okay, let's look at the expenses, let's look at the focus, let's look at the energy that I have, let's look at the project that I have for this year. We are already in the second half of this year, 2026. So just realizing everything, I was like, this is not the best time for me to go and do this retreat, right? It was this marvelous retreat in Colombia, beautiful place in nature. And what I realized is that I didn't have the capacity to stay there 2 more weeks just to integrate. And this is like my dream, is just to stay in nature, stay there, and really deeply integrate this beautiful experience and also all the messages that come in, right? And so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna overgive, overextend myself, overdo things, because I started to feel that this was creating some stress and some anxiety inside of myself. Just being able to make more money very quickly so I can be all good for October. And what's funny, guys, is that the moment I realized that and I said, you know what, I'm not going to the retreat, I said this to the organizers and all the things, this is where I know I'm gonna make more money because I'm just chill and I'm doing it for the right reasons, and I'm not doing it with like a strict schedule. Like it has to happen now. If it happens next year, it happens next year. If this takes 6 more months, that's okay. So I just wanted to share that realization with you. So you can also ask this yourself. I always love to give you some ideas, things, and also a little bit of an exercise every time. This is like my way of doing coaching. My exercise for you this week and also this month, actually, because a lot of things are happening in the sky, and we can feel the energy is really, really shifting for a lot of people. It's just do not overcomplicate everything, do not overthink everything. Just try to balance whatever is happening inside of you. For me, it was really spontaneity, and I'm balancing it with a little bit more reflection and practicality. You know why? Because I know that my intuition are always right. Like this is my very big spiritual part. I do receive a lot of messages. I do receive a lot of wisdom. I do, of course, receive a lot of intuition. And I always want to go with my gut instincts. Also because this is in my human design, right? I'm a generator and I do take decision with my guts, right? With my sacral authority, if you know a little bit more about that. But anyways, the point here is try to do things differently. If you are not having the result that you want, if you have the result that you want in every area of your life, please continue to do so. You can just stop this video. That's perfect. But if there are some areas where you feel like your life can be enhanced, can be better, my recommendation personally is to really ask yourself, always in a very open and honest way, and really sit with yourself in silence. You do not have to have the answers right away. Sometimes we have our ego and our mental body that is really blocking the answers because deep down we are not ready to hear them. We always say, I didn't invent it, but there is this very, very famous phrase that says that when when somebody is ready, the teacher actually can come online, right? When you ask the questions to literally anybody in your life and you're really ready to upgrade your life, they suddenly are going to teach you something new. They suddenly are going to download from God a message directly for you because you are ready for the answer and you have built this vessel. So let's just continue to build our vessel to receive more in life. Of course, continuing to give, but also receive more. Sometimes we just block our beautiful blessings and miracles. They are just right there, and they just cannot come because we don't feel safe enough in our nervous system. So my invitation to you this week and this month of July, this summer, because the energies are very, very high. If you're a very sensitive soul like me, you can feel it too. I know that. And if you're listening to this content, it is because you also eager to have a community and to be with people that also share your values. So if you want to know more and if you want to join a community of like-minded people, just contact me here. Let me know if you're interested on receiving more personal development, coaching, and also spiritual coaching. I will be very, very glad to, do this with you. I'm not more than you. I've just been where you are. So this is my 2 cents that I wanted to share today. Ask yourself truly this question about what do you need to balance right now in your life? Am I being too spontaneous? Am I being too serious? Am I being too playful? I don't think you can be too playful, but serious. It's a good point. Am I being not in my full potential? Why am I not letting myself just be enough for this month, for this summer? I really enjoyed this time together. I hope you enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comments if you want more content like this, if you have questions. Just share with me whatever other themes you want us to discuss together. We'll talk soon. Bye.